Hi guys, and welcome to episode 9 of Skyrim Mod Tour. And I've got quite a bit of the next section of map to show you guys. And you can see here I've got a pond as well as a little cabin. There's a waterfall over there. Oh, if we head over here to this cliff over here, you'll be able to see whereabouts I'm at. Let's see. So right over the cliff edge here is the little fort that guards the rear entrance to the valley. Then you can see I've got this road put in. It doesn't have the terrain texture yet, but you can see it splits here and goes down, and it'll go down through the mountains. Then this path here on the left is what comes up to this little plateau, or this area of the map up here. See it? Turn off free camera here. But anyways, the spot I was at up here is right next to where you come onto this part of the map, because all around here is real steep cliffs. So right here I'll have someone who actually owns the cabin. I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do with the person yet, but right now it's just a basic cabin. There's nothing in it as far as items, so I've got a custom ingredient in there. Well, it's not really custom, it's part of the Dark Brotherhood quest, but I figured I'd have it grow here. So, and there's a bridge, there's the waterfall. Let's just jump down here really quick. So then up here, where you can see the terrain texture is changed, this is where the trail goes up to the area above these cliffs, and up until where it splits it'll have this set of textures. And then where the other branch goes, I'm not sure how I'll have it textured, but that's for later date that I do that. So then it rounds and then comes out up there. I still have to add in all the cliffs that are in that on this side, and this is on the north side of the valley that the capital sits in. So you just walk up the road here, and then the cabin is right there. Once it renders in, you'll be able to see it right there. So, and of course all this area of the map has its terrain fully textured with plants. The only thing I do not have is harvestable plants yet, but right here I have a small Nordic ruin called Hadrimir's Tomb. Then right here is a little spot I made. This is actually a reference to another game, actually one game that I really like, and if you can figure it out, let me know down in the comments below. I'm curious to see how many people recognize this place, but I recreated it with the Nordic architecture. But if you do recognize this set of stonework, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm actually kind of curious how many people will recognize that. Then we've got a little dwelling here that will go into Hadrimir's tomb. Yeah, I'll go inside, why not? Alright, here we are inside of Hadrimir's tomb. I'm not going to show very much of it because it ties into the main quest of my mod, but I am going to have this tie into to the lore of the Elder Scrolls a little bit, as far as what the Draugr have been doing since they've been entombed. And it's actually explained in the book Amongst the Draugr, I think that's the right book. But as you can see in here, it's completely run down and it's destroyed and it's in ruin. And the first part is going to be, well, like this. It's going to be completely destroyed. There's no Draugr alive in this part. But once you get past the Hall of Stories and the puzzle door, then it's going to be in perfectly immaculate condition. It's not going to have any of the broken pieces. It's not going to have any rubble anywhere or anything like that. And that's because in the lore, what the Draugr do is in the morning, they wake up, clean the tomb, give energy to the dragon priest that's entombed there, and then they go back to sleep, and then the energy that's been keeping them alive regenerates while they sleep. And that's been happening every single day. I think it's daily, it might be weekly, I can't quite remember. But that's what they do. They wake up, clean the tomb, and then go back to give the priest energy and then go back to sleep. You know, when you walk into dungeons around Skyrim, you can tell that they haven't had the best of luck keeping it nice, clean, and tidy, and in good condition. I figured I'd have at least one dungeon where they've had a lot better luck. So, but as far as that goes, that's all I'm going to say. So over to the west we have a town, and then 2 bandit dungeons, as well as the lake. And I'm going to head over to the bandit dungeon. And you'll be able to see the world between here and there in the opening cinematic. So I'll see you guys over there. Alright, so up here we have our first bandit dungeon, and just a bit of a cave. It's not a very big one, but it's more of a medium-sized cave. And of course right here we have a few nuisance skeletons. There we go. So we've just got a little burial site, an ancient burial site with a little stone monument. And then right here between that cliff and that cliff, right here we have the bandit camp. Currently it's not populated by any bandits, but this entire exterior world space is not nav mesh, so I have to do that before I can add any NPCs in here without them going crazy. But the inside is, it's not even named, but it's not named, doesn't have much in it right now, but that's what I'm gonna start doing after I'm done with the village that's up here. I think I called it Hilinareth. So, and then right here we have Hilinareth Lake. So this takes up a nice portion of this area. I thought instead of rather having the whole area up here plains and have a small lake, I figured I'd have a bigger lake. So that's exactly what I did. So then here on the coast between the lake and a little bit of cliffs, you've got the village. So I have the exterior portion of the village about 90% done. The only thing I don't have done is things like, barrels outside of all their houses and certain things outside the houses. I have this one done. This is Ganar's house. He's a tanner. We've got a blacksmith shop, which apparently I still need to name. I've got this guy's house. Wow. Apparently I've forgotten to name half of these. So apparently the only ones I have named are the Tanner Shack, So we'll go into Ganner's house real quick. So as you can see, nice cozy little house. So, just a little kitchen area, bedroom area, nothing fancy. And then there's Ganner. So, back outside. Alright, so I'll show you his shack over here, his tanning shack next. So it's very, very simple. It's got a few tanning, a main crafting tanning rack. Then right here you can see it's got two real big tanning racks. And those are made from hanging pelts, ropes, and then wood beams from the mine assets. It's got the crafting one, 3 tanning vats, which currently don't do anything. They're just there for decoration and looks. Then we've got a shelf with a bunch of pelts, also made out of the same set of wood textures as these. So, very simple, not much, but enough for him to have a nice tanning business. Alright, we'll walk over here to, and we'll do the blacksmith next, but after this house. But this is just another basic house. So, I forgot who I have owning this one, but this nice little house. And it looks like I have some floating objects that I need to fix. Yep. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this house. It's very simple. Right, so, next up would be the blacksmith shop. Now, the blacksmith shop is actually... the blacksmith who owns the shop is actually going to be the son of the guy who owns this house. And the blacksmith also lives in this house, but the guy who owns this house was a blacksmith, and then once his son was old enough, he gave the blacksmithing business to his son, and yay, happy day for him. But I'm gonna have this blacksmith be a little bit special because I haven't seen so far a blacksmith who specializes in any of the higher items. But this guy I'm gonna have specialize in ebony. Ooh, dragon steel war axe. I know, Frostfall. Leave me alone. So we've got a bunch of different items that I'll add some swords and stuff to the weapon racks. We've got some armors, then ebony shield, which is upside down. So just a bunch of basic and even some not so basic weapons at the higher levels. Because most of the inventory here is done through leveled lists, so it will all depend on what level your character is. We've got a bunch of smithing materials, and we of course have ebony ingots. Oops. There we go. So, nice little blacksmith shop, but the guy's name, I can't quite remember what his name was, but it's something Ebon Hand, because he's a very skilled ebony blacksmith. Or ebony smith. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with ebony smith. Next up is his house, and well, also his parents' house, but his family is going to be the richest family of this village, which is actually kind of obvious seeing as they have the giant house, but anyways, let's see, his name is Rigamir Ebony Hand. There's his mother and his...
Need something?
That's odd.
Yes?
Okay, so he's the actual blacksmith. He is right now just apparently a duplicate that I need to change to be his father, and his last name is Arison.
Yeah.
So we've got a nice cooking area, master bedroom right there, got a few collectible things. We've got a library up there, storage room right here. Then up here we've got Rigamir's room, very simple. room, and then what? Really? Alright, well, there was supposed to be a bookend here that I made. Let's see if I can get it to... You can see a very tiny horse and rider right there. And the point was to have a bookend made from the horse and the rider. And apparently that didn't work very well. I must have saved at a much earlier point, but it's made out of horse and rider load screen art and a few logs that are from ships, and they're scaled down by a lot, and the same with the ropes. I think I spent 4 days trying to get that thing right, and it still didn't work out apparently. But, alright. I probably spent more time on that stupid bookend than I should have, but we've got his dining area. That's pretty much it for his house, so next up will be the inn. This guy's house is not completely finished inside. I actually just started it yesterday, but he's going to be a retired soldier. Actually, how much do I have done? I'll just show you. But he's going to be a retired soldier who was in the king's army, and he decided to live the peaceful life in here. Oh wow, it's got more done than I thought it did. Alright, so you've got living space up here, you've got a basement, and his bedroom, and of course his collectible gear. So wow, this is actually more done than I thought it was. Alright, back outside. Alright, so then right here we have 3 small stables, and we have a garden for the inn. Then I'll show you the inn in a minute, but these 2 houses here do not have anything in them yet. This here is going to be a store, kind of like the Riverwood Trader, but I don't have anything in there yet. And same with that house and that house there. Then I have this house, which is a destroyed house, and I decided to have it be a destroyed house because I wanted a little bit different story here. And I decided to have the story be that there was an old wizard who, in his sleep, decided to cast, well, accidentally of course, but cast a bunch of fireball spells and ended up burning his house down. So, kind of sad, but, you know, that's just what I decided to do. So, here's the Pine Rockford Lodge, and this is the inn for the town. So, nothing fancy, just your normal inn. Then right here I have some hanging plants and some rabbits. Then, 2 basic bedrooms. You've got the counter. Then you've just got a bigger bedroom. So, very basic, but I decided to do this with the animals and stuff because I haven't really seen that in Skyrim very much, except for in a few of the player homes. But I haven't seen it in the inn with this giant spit over the top, like I'd have thought they would have. But anyways, I believe that's it for the town. Actually, yeah, that's about it for the town. All I have left is a dock right here that goes out into the lake for people to go fishing. So, and I'll take a swim this direction and show you where the end of this lake goes. But if you've seen some of my older videos when I was still showing the valley, there was a giant waterfall that went up the side of the valley, and I finally have this lake done, which is what fed that waterfall, the river, and the pond that's down in the valley. So, looks like I have a little train to fix right there and right there. And also right there. You've got a nice short, small waterfall, and Frostfall's freaking out again. Then we've got a small section of rapids, which then feeds the pond, the waterfall, and then the rest of the river that's down in the valley. So that's actually very nice. I'm gonna take a screenshot real quick. All right. So then back up this direction, I have the final part that I'm gonna show you, which is another bandit hideout, and this is a excuse me, a destroyed, rundown fort that was originally owned by the king, and once he had built his main fort that guarded the entrance to the valley, he no longer needed these two forts. There's one on this side of the mouth of the valley, and then on the opposite side there's going to be another one almost identical to it. Not quite, but similar. And, well, once he had his big fort down there, he no longer needed these, and they fell into disrepair, and then eventually got inhabited by bandits. At least this one's going to be inhabited by bandits. The other one, I think, might be made into something else. I'm not sure yet. We've got the wall that the bandits decide to construct along with the little guard post. We've got a platform right here that'll go onto the roof of the fort, and then obviously you've got the tower. And then over here you've got a door so you can go into the small fort. And then I'm debating whether or not to put a cave underneath here. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not 100% sure. But again, this is something I've just started the other day, so I think that's pretty well it. And I apologize for the not having as many videos out as I would have liked to, but when I was starting to create this valley, there wasn't much to show. But here soon, I'm going to start trying to make my weekly videos. Although this next week, with the release of the special edition, I'm probably going to be playing that for a little bit, just to see how awesome it looks. And then I'll be back to making videos, and I'm thinking of maybe making a few special edition videos. I'm not sure yet, but anyways, thank you guys very much for watching, and if you guys liked the video, please hit that like button, and if you disliked it, you know where that dislike button is, but also please let me know why you disliked it so that I can improve. And if you want to see more, then please subscribe. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.